Hello friends, this is my YouTube channel where you can see some technical videos related to Adobe technologies and other latest marketing trends. So today in this video I would like to showcase Adobe Experience Cloud Solutions integrations where I will be using Adobe Experience Manager for creating email content and sending the email campaigns from Adobe Campaign Standard using the content created in AEM. I will also showcase if you update the content on AEM in the newsletters, it should also be updated in Adobe Campaign Standard, and the new email campaigns will be sent with the updated content. So we will see how we will be doing it. So okay, for this demo I am using AEM 6.4.3 version, which is I'm referring for this demo. I am also using Adobe Campaign Standard instance for this demo. So these are the two prerequisites that we need for while running this demo. And to run this demo, I am referring to the Adobe Document, which you can also refer, and most of the content on this document is very much explanatory, which you can use, but there are few things that might you will be confused. So to showcase the things live in the demo, I will be doing it the same using this video. So this is the architecture which explains how things are done technically, which I can explain. Okay, so we will be using we need two AEM instances. One is for authors and another one is for public content, which is AEM published environment. And another thing, we need Adobe Campaign instance for sending the email campaigns. This is architecture where you create the content in AEM author. Once you are done with authoring, then you publish this content, and Adobe Campaign will reuse this content and sync it. You can, once you update it, also you can resync again. You can sync it later. Once this is content is created and your connection is done with campaign, you can send many campaigns from Adobe Campaign. And which will use assets from published environment and the content from author. So this is the basic architecture, and this is the content flow and the integration data flow which is happening, where as I explained, AEM author, where you will be using specific email templates and the author the content. You can create your own campaign templates as well, and you need to configure Adobe Campaign Cloud configurations to connect AEM author instance to your campaign. And once you update the content will be synced. You can sync it manually as well, okay, from campaign. And once you are done with the authoring and the changes are approved, you can run a workflow which can approve the content. Once that is completed successfully, you can publish the content as well from author. And once the content is published, now you are done with the content part. Then you are ready to send email campaigns, which you can send using a workflow. You can create a workflow in campaign and send it, the emails, to different channels, mobile, web, desktop, or system, okay, and many other systems. Now from the installation and configuration point of view, there are you need AEM instance. As I told, I am using AEM 6.4.3. You need Adobe Campaign Standard Setup. which you will get from your infra team. And these are the 4 steps that you are required, that I will be doing it, and which is to make AEM and campaign connection. First of all, we will be configuring AEM server user in Adobe Campaign, which will be used to connect both the environments. And we need a dedicated external account where campaign will be connecting to AEM instance. We have to also make sure in Adobe Campaign AEM resource type filter option under options is also configured. And once we are done all these integrations and configurations, then we need to also make sure there is a delivery template which is connected to your AEM instance, and that same delivery template you will be using to send campaigns from Adobe Campaign. And to do all these operations, you need admin privileges to do all these configurations. Okay, so let me start configuring AEM server user in Adobe Campaign. So what you have to do is, you have to go to your campaign logo, click on that, and then you will see an option, a menu, which is administration. Click on that. Then under user and security, then you go back to users, and under users you will see an user AEM server you must be having and configured. So this is our step 1. Once you have that, then also you have to check that on this user there is a role which should be configured, that he should be able to create and edit the deliveries once you have delivery prepare role is configured for this. So for this instance, I am having AEM server user which is configured with the security group that is assigned admin. So this is our test instance, so we have given admin permission to it. But if you have a different security group, the thing that you have to make sure is under that security group, if you select and open it, you should be having a delivery prepare role configured for this AEM server user. Okay, so that is done, that is verified. And another step is you have to also have to create an AEM server external account, which you can find under administration. Okay, let me go to administration, application security and external accounts. So there you will see I have created for mine. You can create new one. You can create, let me just showcase how you can create. You can create, click on create button. You can give any name and type Adobe Experience Manager. You can select the type and you can provide your server and account details. So I will be using my already created one for this demo, and I need to update my AEM instance server details. So yeah, so actually I am using my author instance for this demo, and which is running on port 4502 in my local, and just to have my environment publicly available, so I am using ngrok utility, which you can use. But for this demo purpose, ideally you will be having a hosted environment, so you can give your URL for that. So I am using my local instance. I can just save and update, and the other admin credentials which you can provide. Once you save it, yeah, so now you have your environment configured with AEM instance. The next option is to verify that you have AEM resource filter type option configured. So under options, you can go to administration security, one second, application settings and options. So you can go back to administration, application settings and options. Yeah, so this is configured to use these are the resource types in AEM, the templates. For this demo, I will be using out of the box, but if you create your custom one, you need to give that resource type here. You can update it and add a value here. You can use a comma separated values, you can just specify. Okay. So now we have AEM server user configured, we have a resource type filter option configured, we have external account connection is done. The next step is we have to create AEM specific email delivery template in Adobe Campaign. So under resources, so you can go here under resources and templates and delivery templates, you'll find this option. Once you do this, so you will find send by email. What you can do is you can create a dedicated delivery for your requirement. So you can just click and there is an option to copy. You can just click on copy and which will just duplicate this email template, where you can rename it. So I will give my sample email template, and under content I will specify Adobe Experience Manager. And there you can select the your instance. And save it and confirm. Once this is done, you can just save it. So this is a delivery you created, which is configured with your AEM instance. Okay. Yeah, so this is all from configuration from campaign side. Now we will configure from the AEM instance as well to connect from AEM to campaign. Once this is done, next step is to configure the replication, but as I told you, I'm just using author environment just for demo perspective, but you can use publish as well. So I can avoid this first step. I can directly go back to connect AEM to Adobe Campaign. So I can go to operations, tools, operations. So now it is changed under cloud configurations. So this is update from the documentation. You will now find in AEM 6.4 under cloud configurations legacy cloud services, which is used to connect to Adobe Experience Cloud Solutions. So you can go to Adobe Campaign, search for it, configure, you can give a name which is can give any name. Once this is done, you can give AEM server the username and the password is I need to find my password. Okay, and my campaign instance. So this is the endpoint. Click on connect. Once all of your details are configured successfully, you can click OK. And the connection is successful. Now, so you have an external account configured with your AIM server user. Now, so we are done with the configuration from campaign and AIM. Now we will create a email newsletters in AIM. So there are two use cases. One is forms integration. So for this demo, we will be using use case 2, where we will create a personalized email templates in AIM and sync them with ACS. So how we will do is, there are prerequisite, you can create a workflow in ACS and send it once you are configured with your personalized email template. So before creating a campaign, first we will create the content in AIM. Yeah, so this is the step where we will first create a page in AIM. Yeah, so let me go back to my AIM sites, and for this demo I can reuse vRetail. Under campaigns, vRetail, the master area, here I can create a page, campaign. I can select template campaign, and open it. Okay, there is nothing, and when this is created, you can create a, once your template is created, then you can select which kind of newsletter you want. So we are focusing on Adobe Campaign standard. I will use this template. Okay, and now as it is giving me a warning saying that there is a configuration which is missing. So if you want to personalize your email template, so as per this documentation, which is self-explanatory, and it says that you need to configure your cloud configuration. So there is a slight change from this documentation. You cannot configure your cloud configurations here basically. So what you will do is, you will configure your cloud configuration not on email, it will be on your campaign. So you can go to properties, under cloud configurations. Now you will see Adobe Campaign is the configuration that I created, sample Adobe Campaign. I can save it. Once this is just saved and you go back to your email, you refresh it. Now that warning is gone. Now next thing is to configure the components. So let me add. For this demo, I will be using text and personalization to showcase the personalized content. I can edit it. Okay, so I can say like, this email is from. Now I need to configure my text blocks. So it will be context, delivery, content. I'm sorry, there are profile parameters. Let me go back to the documentation. Yep, so it is under context profile email. So context, then profile, yep, and email. So this email is from, once this is done, so you have authored some sample content with the default AEM template. Once this is done, now you have to link your email template to this email in Adobe Campaign. So now you have a content created. So what we can do is, as we have created this email delivery, so now we can go to content and we can edit the content. You can click on AEM. As this email content delivery is configured with my instance, so it will list down all the emails created using those templates configured in AEM resource type filter. So I'll select this. So this is the campaign that I created in my AEM instance. And I say confirm. Okay, so this is that this email is from, which is, this is the content, which is fine, it looks okay to me. You can say confirm. Okay, and once this is done, then so far we are good. This is done, you selected it. Now the next thing is you need to run a workflow and approve the content. Now now links the template from AEM and ACS. To confirm this, you need to reload the AEM. You will see the similar indicator. So now go back to our AEM, and now it will say that it is linked. So just to make sure that AEM and campaign connections and configurations are correct, and this template is this email is synced with Adobe Campaign's delivery. Okay, so far we are good. Now this campaign can be approved, and this is done through this workflow. So you can approve and everything. Okay, so next step is you can start a workflow, select approve for campaign, you can give any name, start this workflow. You can go to your notifications, or I can just directly approve from here, assuming my content is fine. I can say newsletter approval. Yes, so now this is approved, and I can easily use it and send it. So this is just to test, so I can define my audience. So I can create one audience for me. Okay, I can click and open the tab, can create sample audience and profile, and I can just create this, and I can give some of the properties. So sorry, it's a rule. Let me Let me delete this. Sorry, I just created, it's my mistake. I have to just create a profile and I can give a name, sample file, gender male, and the most important thing is I can give a name, pawan-mittal plus demo at outlook.com. Create. Yeah, so once this is created, I can copy my email ID and I can filter my audience under profile, email. You can just select the same and just see yes, and there is one profile that is matched. You can confirm it. So this is a delivery that you can easily test from here itself, and just save it. This is saved. Just confirm. This is how it will look. Okay, so far we are good. Let me verify the content again. This is fine. This is all good. Email. Okay, now once you have a delivery created, we can create a campaign. Just save it. Let me change email ID for my profile. Let me use my actual Gmail ID. Okay. Because I just because this is required because I want to see that I'm receiving the emails as well. Okay, now I can go back to, so I'm all configuration is done. Now let me go back to campaign and I can create a campaign, a workflow. So I can create a new campaign. Sorry, one second. Again, create a workflow. I can select a template. Yeah, and you can check here. We need 3 tasks. So we can just have a execution, we can have a start, select a start from here. Then we need a query to whom we are to send this email campaign. We can add it. Yeah, so under profile you can just pass email equal to my email ID and just check. Yep, there is one audience, so which is fine. Then another thing is to send an email which you can get under channels, email delivery. You can let me just save it. Oops, some error is there. Bad request. Okay, let me just refresh. Okay, the general options, all is good to me. Something went wrong. Okay, let me log out and log in again. Yeah, yeah, some weird issues. I don't know what has why it was breaking. Just I logged out and logged in, and now it's working, which is don't know. Okay, anyway, so we'll select a single email, and this is the email that we created. So delivery we are configuring, and you need to just click next, and that's all. You just create. Okay, once this is created, let me open my Gmail by the time. Okay, so this is fine. Sectional accounts, and just to send this, I can go back to my workflow. Can you start? And which will showcase the progress. You can also see the log tasks. What is happening? Yep. So one audience is found. Now it is sending the email. Once it is blinking, you can just double click and confirm manually. Yeah. So send preparation completed. So this is the preparation workflow started, and it is once it is confirmed, there is one target, one to deliver. Click on confirm as per this same documentation. I'm sorry, yeah, there are so many tabs. So click OK. Yeah, so once it is delivered and finish sending, it's under success. Once it is success, I can go to my Gmail account and I should see an email. Yep. And yeah, if you see, this email is from, so this is the content. Okay friends, that's all for this video, and I try to cover as many as things that is required for any new beginner who want to try out AEM and Adobe Campaign integration. And this video is bit longer than my previous videos, and this is more than half an hour, but I try to cover more of the details. So let me know your feedback, and please do comment, and if you like it, please, and also do subscribe so that for the future updates, future videos as well. Okay, thank you, have a good day, bye.